Hello.
Oh, hi.
What's your name?
My name is Leanna.
Leanna. Where you calling me from, baby?
Arkansas.
Leanna, Arkansas. How old are you?
I'm 36.
36. What you do for a living?
Call center.
Call center. You have any kids?
5.
5 kids. How old are your 5 kids?
Ooh, I got stair steppers. I have 9, 10. I got an 8-year-old, a 14-year-old, and a 16-year-old.
Okay. All by the same man?
No, I have 3 fathers of my children.
Okay. Have you ever been married?
Yes.
When did you get divorced?
I'm working on it. He's incarcerated, but don't want to divorce me.
Ooh, child. Wait a minute. How long you been in jail for?
He actually been locked up since October of 2015. He's in a federal prison.
So, okay.
Young Ninja moved that. Y'all fill in the blanks because I don't think I can say it. But that's what come to mind when thinking about her husband. He's in the feds, like he moving some type of product. There wasn't no white collar. He moving that.
It ain't for parking tickets, I'll tell you that.
Exactly. You know, and then I don't know why I paused it right here because this face. This is why she work on a call center. She answer calls. This is not the face that you sit at the front at the help desk when you first walk in. No. Sorry, the sis is hard to look at.
She got a face for radio.
Right.
Not TV. She's for the radio.
Right. You know, it's given a lot. But we have a baby mama of 5 children, 3 baby daddies. 1 is incarcerated. Well, did she say that the husband is the father of the kid, one of the kid, any of the kids? She just said
she didn't actually say that.
I didn't get that. No. You know, they be married, but the husband don't even be the father of any of the kids. He just stepdaddy him. And for her to have the nerve to be up on the Kendra G show and she's married, who in their right mind is going to go over there and stepdaddy to 5 children and her husband is in jail? When he get out? Because he been in there since 2015.
Yeah, 10 in.
Right.
Oof. I don't know.
Who going over there? Y'all going over there? Let me know if y'all going over there. I know y'all ain't going over there. Like, what is she looking for? Is she serious?
Of course, she's serious, but delusional in her thinking that she can get another man. I don't know. She got 5 stair steps at that. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, 16, 14, 10, 9, and 8.
Ugh.
Dang.
Lord have mercy.
Dang,
give it a rest. Right. Give that thing a rest. She's dropping them back to back. I don't know.
I guess that's nothing to do in whatever backwater town she's from.
Right.
In Arkansas.
Right.
So,
husband in the Hooskow. She in Arkansas with all these babies. Let's see what she was looking for now. Oh boy.
Okay, because I have a policy, and the policy is if you're not officially divorced, you gotta call us back when you are all the way divorced. You have a unique situation because your husband is in jail. Is he in jail for how long?
He got locked up in 2015, but he's supposed to be released. The website say 2026.
So why won't he divorce you?
Because he feels like the children need mother and father. But I feel like children shouldn't.
I know that's a dang lie. That's a lie. Now, I agree that the children need both mother and father. I'm not saying that's a lie. I'm saying the fact that he's saying it when he's been missing in action for the last 10 years. How dare you, sir?
Come on now.
You've been in prison talking about they need both of us. How are you a father from prison?
Come on now. He ain't got a leg to stand on. I know he ain't hit her with that. And she bought it too. Well, she said she tried to divorce him. And, that was his excuse.
That's his excuse. But to answer my question, he get out next year, y'all. 2026.
Mm-mm.
Nah.
Good.
Nah.
Good.
Stay away.
Right. Want his family back? Nah.
He want his family back. Time? Right. Nah. He really want his family back.
Like, hold you down in a relationship. Like, you guys can be friends, you know what I mean? But like, I don't feel like you should have to, be in a relationship just for the children.
So one of the reasons why I don't allow people, I don't allow people who are separated to go forward, because there's a chance that you could probably get back with the person. So, and then we had a big surge of everybody was separated trying to get on. This is very unique, but I still wonder if this is going to be a safe space for a man, because you essentially have your husband is incarcerated. You're telling us he does not want to let go of the marriage. He will be out when?
Supposedly 2026.
So he'll be out in 2 years. How do we know he's not going to, try to do something to your new boyfriend?
Hopefully he has an understanding right now, and he'll still have that same understanding with me, not wanting to be with him. I understand him, saying give him a chance, but we have an understanding. And the reason why I'm saying that is because of the abuse that we went through. He knows that I don't want to go through that anymore, but I do feel like it would be okay, because I have been in relationships before during his incarceration, and I mean, it was fine.
So can't you
hold on, sister? You said the abuse that we went through, he was abusing? So he violent.
Violent, bird moving.
She delusional. She said he was okay with the relationships I was in during his incarceration. He can't do nothing.
Thank you.
He's not free.
What else is he gonna do?
He about to get out. You don't know what he gonna do when he get out.
And he got residue. She said the relationships I've been in the past.
Right.
You're gonna be the one that catch the wrath when he come out, and you the ninja that been in the house. Well, he would think had been in there all that time. And see, when you catch a knife wound or some, he pull that fire out on you. You gonna wonder why. Like, this is dangerous. This is dangerous.
He may not be scared to go back. He might got him a little girlfriend in there.
Right.
In the prison, and he might not be scared to go back.
Right. He might be somebody's girlfriend in there.
Right. He tried to get back to his man.
Right.
You don't know what the issue is. Like, at least wait till you're officially divorced, and maybe you want to think about relocating if he's that violent.
He got charges. He's got trafficking, the violence. Come on now. What's next?
Right. And we still don't know exactly why he went to jail. Like, we guessing,
Again, it ain't no parking tickets.
Right. Federal, we know what federal charges look like, That's something very serious.
Force a divorce?
I'm not sure. I'm all new to this. I'm just now stepping all out, into the divorce world. I already know how much it costs. With me being a single mom, 5 kids, you know how it is trying to be able to get your monies together. But I'm already in that process. I got to get the money together and take it to the man.
So how long have you been trying to get a divorce for?
Asking him for at least 2 years, and then seeking this process on my own this year.
A lot of people are saying this is a dangerous situation for a new man.
It is. And for her and her children as well.
In a way, I would agree. I should be fully divorced. But I mean, if you have someone, there's plenty of people I feel like go through situations like this as well and would understand, the separation part. But I'm not trying to immediately jump into something. I'm not trying to immediately just jump into a relationship. I want to be friends first. You know what I mean? And if you're willing to work with me through that process, I'll be willing to work with that man through whatever it is that he has to go through as well.
Some are saying you could apply for a no-fault divorce.
I'm not exactly sure what a no-fault divorce is, but I did look at some legal things here, and they were saying something like, because he's been gone for more than 30 days, and people have been telling me, like, put an ad inside of the newspaper. But, you know, I'm just slowly working on that process as I can.
Why is you acting like it's so hard to figure out how to get a divorce? These women do this every day. Get on Google, look up in your state, what do I need to do? My husband is incarcerated. What I need to do?
Right.
You can Google that. There's the
Right.
information is out there. And then something she said about she's only been trying to do this for the last 2 years. He's been locked up for 10.
Mm-hmm.
And she said she had relationships throughout.
Right.
So basically, before you decided to divorce him, you probably been in relationships.
Mm-hmm.
So that would make him even more mad.
Right. Right. That's fair. That's fair. And he knows about the relationship. So you was telling him while he locked up, oh yeah, I'm dealing with whoop. Yeah, this is terrible.
This
is
is
a
bad.
recipe
Don't
for
go over
disaster.
here.
You get
I
erased.
don't know.
This is how you get erased. You get caught up. You don't even know what's going on, you know, before you enter the picture.
I don't even know if a simp would go over here. Like a pandering simp is gonna go over here.
It's not wise. I don't advise any of that. It's not worth it. Not worth it.
What do you do for a living, Leanne?
Again, I work at a call center for a bank.
Oh, you told me that. And you're 36. So Leanne, Arkansas, 36. How many kids? Do you have any kids by the man you're married to?
I do.
How many kids do you have by him?
3. And those are the stair steppers.
The oldest ones?
No, the youngest. The 8, 9, and 10.
So your last 3 children are by your current husband who's incarcerated, who you are trying to divorce, but he won't divorce. And now you want to meet a friend that would. I'm just curious, what kind of man?
Wait a minute, something ain't adding up. She said the 8, 9, and 10-year-old is by him.
Mm-hmm.
All I can really see is the 10-year-old being by him. Ain't he in prison?
Yeah, right.
He's been in there for 10 years. Unless she had conjugal visits with him since they are married. I don't know what facility he in. It could have been she had conjugal visits with him. I don't know.
So when was he abusive? Before or after the conjugal visits and all of that? Because I mean, if he was abusive and he gets hit up with these charges, wouldn't it be good riddance? And then you can go do your thing?
Or those last 2 ain't his.
He's under the guise that those are his, but those ain't
you know,
his.
And the 9-year-old would probably, it would depend on like how old the kid is. The kid about to turn 10, or when she was pregnant by him. Like, was she pregnant when he went in?
Yeah,
and things like that. Yeah. But
it's close.
The 8-year-old, how the 8-year-old is?
Yeah.
Nah.
Work.
This is nasty.
Man, you think is gonna sign up for this, honey?
You think it's gonna sign up for this?
What are you looking
I'm
for?
out here looking. That's why I'm out here looking.
So I'm just curious, what kind of men are you looking for?
Somebody who can, I don't necessarily want to say protect, you know what I mean? But somebody who's open-minded, willing to go out on dates. I don't want to say provide, you know what I mean? Because I can provide for myself. And, you know, I mean, we all do need a provider, but I'm not out here looking for no man for no money. But I would hope that he does have his own money, because I'm not trying to pay for his way. You know what I mean? But
what are your deal breakers?
My deal breakers would be liars, somebody who can't keep a job. Just the small town that I'm from, this is just what I go through. You know what I mean? A lot of us women here go through. So liars, people who can't keep a job. things like that. And I wouldn't even say that I don't want to date somebody with kids, because I love kids and I am a family person. Family is always first. But yeah, those are the things. I mean, I don't really have too many pet peeves as long as you clean, you know what I'm saying? Things like that.
I knew it was a backwater town. And you know what? I'm not even hating on backwater towns. I'm from a backwater town. If I said it, you'll never probably never heard of it. But being from one of those towns like that, everybody know everybody and whatnot. So the whole town know her husband in jail. They probably know what he did too. Everything. Right. He notorious, whatever, in that backwater town. So I don't know. I don't know what did you hope, ma'am? What did you hope? Like, and this gives her this is a good reason for her to relocate. She's in a backwater town. She said all the men are the same and all of that. Right. Well, move to a bigger city.
Right. You might have to expand your pool.
Right. And you're going to have to relocate when he get out. I'm not saying keep his kids from him. You know, if he's a good father, let him see his kids, but through like a mutual party and mutual location where you ain't got to see him. But you might need to get out of whatever little town he in. Because what if he's from that town? He going to come right back to that town. His family there, your family there.
True. Then factor this, he was the 2 for 2 when she met dude.
Yes.
So that's 2 men down. It probably ain't but 10 men in the whole damn town. She got bathed by 2. This one ain't, his situation, his legal situation. So it ain't really that many options and all that.
It's not. And she needs to move.
Have to get up out of there. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Even
mean, it's
she
still
already got 5. Like it ain't that many options anyway. But to maximize, you're going to have to get up out of that.
Exactly. And that's what I was just about to say. She's still going to have that baggage with her wherever she go. But if I think for her safety and them kids' safety, she might need to get up out of there. Yeah. So.
Yep. Quick moment aside, BSO kinfolk, while we handle our Membership Monday highlight. First up, from Downtown 296. He's been a member for 3 months. We appreciate you from downtown. Next up, we're going to go over to our super chats. $5 from the big homie Ripside 2. Ripside 2, we definitely appreciate you. Don't forget to contribute to the channel so you can be highlighted on Membership Monday. Now, back to the video.
Does man have to look a certain way?
I mean, as long as you ain't out there looking bummy. I mean, I know I look bummy. I need a new hair, do and stuff like that. But I mean, they ain't got to be out there with suit and tie. You know what I mean? Don't be out there with your pants sagging, because a pants sagger or a thug or a hood person is not what I want or what I'm looking for.
That's the kind of person that would sign up for this stuff.
That's who she had.
Right.
I just want to be transparent. I think that a lot of times we don't do enough self-reflection.
Right.
And just without judgment, let's just read the resume.
That's a verdict right there. Judgment.
But okay.
Without it.
By 3 men, but okay. But now you're married to one of the men who's currently in jail, who doesn't want to divorce you, and is going to get out in 2 years. Like, what kind of man is going to say, okay, I'm ready for that challenge? Because there's just so much drama potential. I don't even know what your husband currently in jail is in jail for, right? And whether it be right or wrong, you telling us he ain't willing to let you go. So if he ain't willing to let you,
Kendra, Kendra talking about whether it's right or wrong. The very fact that he's in prison mean that it's wrong. He broke the law.
That's automatic. Like,
there ain't no right or wrong to it unless he was
innocent,
wrongly incarcerated.
They framed him for the dope. Like,
right or wrong. There's no right or wrong. He committed wrong. He did the wrong thing. That's why he in jail.
Man, oh man. It's true.
And
Kendra with some reality here. Like, it's rare, but
it's rare,
refreshing.
But I'm not even gonna put this on the hood brothers, the street thugs, and all of that. I don't even know if they going over there.
It got to be one of them situations where you need a place to stay.
Right.
these brothers get
the
desperate.
guy.
You get when you in
That's
them
him.
modes, you're like, yeah, he might not even be a street dude. He could be like
He could be like
Lucky
Lucky.
Love, perfect
Yeah,
example. Like,
Lucky will go over there.
it might come in a different package, but he needs somewhere to stay and all that. So he might
Yeah.
come in and play the role. Yeah, I love the kids and the whoop-de-whoop and all that. Yeah, he gonna come with all that in hand because he needs somewhere to rest up at or roll to or something. I don't know.
And best believe he checking that website to see when her husband get out. He said, "What the website is? You know, I just want to check up. You know, I just, you know. But he makes sure he got that website saved in his phone. Okay, the ninja get out in 2026. That means I got about a few months to lay up in here, get all the pork chops, and she looked like she fried catfish.
Down home.
Let me get all the catfish I can get, grits, and I don't know what they be cooking in Arkansas. I don't know.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Let me get all that. Shout out to Arkansas. I don't know what they be cooking in Arkansas like that. Maybe they on our tour.
Yeah,
we'll go to Arkansas.
Arkansas on the list.
Right, right. But he trying to get all that. He not over there for the face.
No,
not over there. I don't know what the body looking like. He not.
Yeah, it better be spectacular.
And I can hear them Grimlords in the background.
Yeah, he ain't there for that.
So
there's got to be a plate and somewhere to lay his head.
Exactly, and plug up his PlayStation.
Right.
So.
He got 6 months before the big homie come out, so he can get up a couple dollars, get a few plates, and slide up out of there. You got like a halfway house.
Right.
Going over there.
Right.
But some brothers will do it. Some, man, I had a homeboy. Man, he had some egregious work on his name. Like he needed somewhere to stay. And where he landed, you wouldn't believe it. I'm gonna have to show some pictures. Respectfully, of course. But that's a whole nother story. But it happens. So when you say what type of man will go over there, that's the type of man that will go over there. But let us continue.
Go, why would a guy feel safe in signing up for this when you have a husband, so you're legally married, and you're on record saying he don't want to let me go, and he's going to be out in 2 years? Can you see how that could be a very cautionary tale for a man who got his stuff together to sign up for?
Right.
You know, so I know that you might not like the men you are attracting because you were describing them, but I think the best way to attract different people is to become different. And that might mean you might got to spend some time on just getting yourself in a better position so you can attract better. Because in this position, you're going to attract Pookie. That's what you're going to get if you don't want him.
Right.
Let us stop this very quickly. Kendra, she says this. This is where the problem with Kendra is. See, she applies this logic to everybody else, but she doesn't apply it to herself. I've heard her, and you could go look it up in her Dear Future Wifey interview with Latarius. What's that dude name? Latarius? That dude. She said it out her own mouth. She said, I attract goofies or cloud chasers or something like that. So with that same logic, does that mean, Kendra, you're a goofy and a clout chaser at the same time? You are what you attract, and you got to become something different. This is her words. So if she can say this to the guests and people, around, you can't be hypocritical. I mean, those same things would apply to you. I mean, I've heard. Go look it up. She said it. I'm not putting words in her mouth. This is what she said. But then she comes back around and with the guests and everybody, she'll give you that caveat like, oh, you are what you attract. So with the scammers and the goofies and the clout chasers, these are the words she used. Not scammers. She said goofies and clout chasers. So what does that make you? If this is one of those you are what you eat situations, then it's got to apply to you as well. Just something to note. But again, this is Kendra. This is where the rubber meets the road. Like, you can't be you this and that, and everybody else is something different. Like, no, you're in that same box. She is her guest. She is one with them, 100%. But let us continue.
And I do see the comments down there, and I don't look like this on a daily basis. If you check out my social media, I look completely different. I do want to go ahead and say that one. But I mean,
it's not good.
I totally understand where you are coming from, Miss Kendra, and I definitely will go ahead and try to get that divorce and maybe work on myself a little bit more. But I do thank you for the recommendations and the compliments.
Yes, I think you got to handle some business if you want to attract different. Listen, all women with a vagina can have a man, okay? I ain't say you can have him to yourself. I say there's a man out here, if you got a vagina, that will want you back. But the question then becomes, what kind of man is that, right? And if you want a certain kind of man, you got to become a certain type of woman. So yeah, let's handle some business. Let's see if you could do some more research on how you could be officially divorced from, I don't have the details on that, but let's figure out a way you can get officially divorced from your husband that's in jail.
Thank you.
Okay, bye, sweetheart. Bye, sweetheart.
Men wanting vagina. The cat is the cat. Man, that's separate. If you cat ain't on a shortage. So she's confused, man. She can't discern, like a lot of these women out here, discern the sex from the relationship, or the, what's real and what's just lust or whatever like that. Like, she's just lost with that. It's crazy. But this lady here, she really, she's in a bad way. She got 5 kids, 3 stair-steps, a jealous, we gonna say, baby daddy in prison, or husband in prison. She don't know, how to get up out of that. And she wants some other dude to come in and, walk into that. That's just a dangerous, unattainable situation right there. So that's just might be a no. She's in that small town. Might have to spread out her wings, stretch out, try to see if she can have better luck somewhere else, if that's the case. But again, everywhere you go, there you are. So she's got some things that she got to work on. I don't know about the prospects, the physical. We didn't see the Kendra cam. All the other metrics didn't look like it was appealing. So I don't know who's going over there, but it does sound very dangerous. And it's an enter at your own risk. But for a place to stay, it get cold in the winter. It's bad out here. It's hard out here. So somebody might bite. I don't know. But that's all I got to say about that. We'll let Queen take us home.
So Kendra's sitting up here talking about she need to become somebody else. Kendra, this is not Green Arrow. Like his opening monologue is, damn. I have to become someone else. I have to become something else. Something like that is how it go. She's a baby mama of 5 with 3 baby daddies. That's not judging her. That's what it is. Mm-hmm. We can't change that fact. Now, I don't know what her character is like. She didn't come off to seem like she's a horrible person. Now, you sleeping around while your husband is in jail, that does kind of reflect on your character. That's not a good look, and whatnot. But besides that, I don't know whether or not she's a good person and stuff like that, and whatnot. But so the only thing she really can work on is her character and getting that divorce if she doesn't really want to be with this dude and whatnot. She's not going to change the fact that she's a baby mama of 5 children by 3 different men. And that's what men are going to see. I'm sorry. Once you lay out all the metrics and all of that, sometimes you could be a great person, but all them little grim lords that come along with you, once you get, some dudes say they'll deal with 1 or 2 and whatnot. But once you start getting up in the number,
true,
it goes out the window. Who is dealing with 5 children and your baby daddy / husband is incarcerated? Like, he has to be crazy. Or like we said, on the couch surfing, like wanting to eat some catfish, want to play So he has to be desperate, just as desperate as she is, and whatnot. So we can't avoid that fact. And I wouldn't even advise a man to go over there because it's dangerous. Like I said, it's dangerous for you, for her, and them kids. We don't know what type of time this brother is on. We don't know. We don't know what he went in there for. We can assume, but we don't know. We don't know if it was something very violent. It could be drug related, but it could be something very violent.
Right.
She said he has violent tendencies.
Right. We don't know what his stay was like in there as well.
Exactly. By the time he get out, he could be a different man now.
Yeah.
Whether that's good or bad. Like,
it's true.
So I wouldn't advise nobody to go over there. Like, she needs to work on getting that divorce and probably relocate somewhere. So that's my advice.
Yeah, that's a fact. It's a lot. Too much. But we're going to leave it right there. You guys heard what we think. More importantly, we want to know what you guys think. So get down there in the comment section. Let us know if you agree, disagree, if we were on base, off base. You know, we are 360-degree thinkers on this platform. Free thought, always promoted, celebrated #1 here. Leave a like on your way out. Sub up if you so choose to. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be notified when we drop some more of them bangers. We appreciate y'all for coming out this evening. All the engagement on these past videos has been tremendous. And we couldn't do this without y'all. We love y'all. Y'all be safe out there and y'all have a good night.